welcome to another episode of Shiva Talk Shoes. Today I have the most influential guy in the University of Zimbabwe campus. Don't forget to share, comment, like, and subscribe. A big shout out to Archie and crew behind the scene. Ndara, welcome to the show. How are you, my bro?
I'm very well, mate. How's it?
I'm good. Can you please introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Treezy here. I'm an upcoming artist and I also play ball. A few people, they actually know about that, and I'm also a poet. Yeah.
Okay. So you did a lot of things.
I actually do a lot of things.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to start with being an upcoming artist. What kind of music are you in?
As I mentioned earlier before, like I'm a poet, so I into poetic rap that is actually more of emotional and communicating a certain topic or a certain emotion or a certain problem that actually happens. Because when you listen to my tracks, I actually do much more research on actually trending issues and things that people don't usually talk about. So I can't really say there is a certain genre, but it's more into hip hop and R&B-ish, but it's all motivational and emotional because I'll be communicating certain emotions and certain problems that people don't address.
So totally unique, right?
Yeah, I would say that. I would say that.
Okay, do you have any tracks or singles, albums?
Um, that's a very good question because I actually have singles right now, but I was working on a certain album. It was called Poetry, and I'm just a quarter way gone. I haven't like finished most of the tracks. I only have one track for that album,
Okay.
but I'm actually working on it, right? And right now, I actually have an EP that I'm supposed to drop this August. I've started on the project. It's
Okay.
called Sweetest Pain.
Sweetest Pain.
Sweetest Pain, yeah, it covers issues to do with heartbreaks, emotional damages, mental health issues as well, yeah. And I also have a project that I'm also working on. It's called Holiness. Now, this one is a venture into Christian rap, yeah, that connection that we have, with God, and I'll be, yeah, working on that.
So, when did you start doing music?
Yeah, that's also another good question. Well, I actually started when I was still in high school. I was in Form 3. We used to sing. We really didn't have much to do. In high school, you don't have much entertainment, and you have to improvise. So we used to just sit down and then gadzira mabhita kugadzira nemaoko patable and
I
stuff,
know that.
and then people start rapping and stuff. So that's when I started discovering my talent, and people were like, dude, you are actually talented, you should try to venture into music. And then I started writing, and then I started just like singing on top of my beats and stuff, but ndisinga record it because I wasn't really financially stable to go to the studio and record. Yeah, but many people were like, nigga, you're actually good, you really need to start recording. And then I took that like in me, and I was like, okay, every day I was like to myself, okay, I really need to start venturing into this journey. And then when I started my part one, like here on Use It, that's when I started writing meaningful music. My first ever made track was Expressions, and some of the tracks that I was doing, like, they are actually demos. um, but if you can actually listen to them some of when you have your free time. So Expressions, and I also did Soulmate. I also did Midnight Thoughts. like um, that's when I started realizing and recognizing my talent.
Talent.
Yeah, so it was the phase of my part one level on Use It, and part two, that's when I started like really venturing into my music. But it all started in high school.
High school.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask you about that. Your first track.
Uh-huh.
When was that? You said when you one. Right?
That was in 2020. 2020, yeah.
Okay. So maybe who is your mentor, like your role model?
My role model. Okay, I have different role models. Like they are geographically based.
Okay.
Okay, when you talk of Zimbabwe, my role model is Takura. I
Takura,
love
okay.
Takura big time. And when you talk of SA, I love Aries. And then when you go international and overall, my role model is Damian Lillard. There's a guy called Damian Lillard, aka Dame Dollar.
Okay.
He's actually a basketball player. At the same time, he does music,
Just like
just like how I actually, yeah. So it's not like I'm following his footsteps, but I'm actually inspired by that guy. Yeah.
okay. So if you are given an opportunity to work with someone, whom do you choose to work with?
That's quite a tricky one. Uh, right now, I personally admire Volts,
Right.
and I admire this guy called Will Mush. Like he's actually here to use it as well.
Just like
Um,
votes.
yeah, just like Folds. But Will Mush is that type of low-key kind of
Okay.
person. I'm sure you
I
can
don't even
actually
know him.
hear me. Yeah. So with Will Mush, I'm actually looking forward to working with him. He's actually my G, so Todaru. We on my next project, you're gonna be hearing most of him as well. So yeah, we're actually planning on working on our music and my visuals as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe we can talk about votes. Are you not planning to work with him at Enquest?
Well, Volts has reached a milestone.
Yeah, of
Trust
course.
me, he's collaborated with bigger
Yeah,
artists.
who's
And with the level and the stage that I am right now, I'm still at the verge of being recognized. And for now, I believe it's actually hard for me to try and seek a collabo with Volts. Amadara vakumsoro. Like yeah, because I believe Volts actually came a long way. He actually experienced the phase that I'm actually experiencing right now, and he was like, one day I wish to collaborate with Holiton and Poptail, etc. But I believe one day, yeah,
yeah,
I'll be willing to actually have a collabo with that guy.
yeah, I think so. With that, definitely will do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you comfortable telling us about your relationship life? Maybe my guy is too naggy about that.
Yeah, that's a good one as well. And I actually respect the fact that you're actually asking my questions.
Yeah.
Well, my relationship past wasn't really comfortable. It wasn't really great. At times I felt like I was actually cursed when it comes to my relationships. For real, I'm being honest. Like I actually felt like I was cursed when it comes to my relationships, because in every relationship that I could like venture into, I could like face problems, like a lot of problems. But when growing up, you get to learn that there's nothing called perfection. There's nothing is perfect in this world. Yeah, so you have to adjust and you have to adapt to each situation that you're faced. And yeah.
Okay, despite being a rapper, bro, you also play basketball.
Yeah,
I
do.
believe Gutipa use it panapa. Do pisa. Tell us more about being a player, at the same time a rapper, at the same time a student. How do you manage everything?
Well, let me start by telling you this.
Yeah.
There's 24 hours in a day,
Yes.
right? And okay, let's talk of the first 12 hours of a day.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, we have lectures from. Okay, it depends with your timetable, right? But lectures, you're just there to know and get information about a certain module, GTG, and etc. But there's always going to be free time during a day, right? So I utilize that free time to actually go to the basketball courts and play basketball, right? And there are also weekends, right? Weekends I do my off-court drills, to actually maintain my physical well-being.
Yeah.
And about that sport, trust me, it's not all about showcasing your talent and stuff. It's all about pressure release, and also it helps me like divert myself from drug abuse, because there's actually a program in on the sports against drugs. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but yeah. So it's actually more like therapy. It's more like therapy, because on a Friday you just go to the court like the whole week bearing pressure, and you need to release that pressure. You can release it in court, yeah, basketball, or any other sporting discipline, rather than taking my drugs, CGT and stuff. So
I think that would be the best advice to someone.
yeah, exactly, yeah. So yeah, I can manage, because after training I take a shower, I sit, or sometimes I reconnect with my friends, and then after that, now like there's the rest of the hours that are actually left, like from 8 to around 12, start reading. And studying, I usually like reading using audio visual materials like YouTube, because I'm a lazy reader. I really fall asleep when I read like things that are on paper. So I choose audio visuals, because they keep me awake. And when it comes to writing the exam, that voice actually pops up in your mind when you forget certain things. Yeah. Yeah.
So you didn't tell us about utilization of time when it comes to music.
Now music, okay, for now izvezvi ndakambomira, because I'm having school pressure, yeah, my dissertation and stuff. But as soon as I'm done, I'm going to continue. But kumira kwandotara, it's not like kuti ndakatomira kutomira. No, I'm actually writing some of my songs like on my free time, like during the weekends, Pani ndisina zvekuita, I just plug in my headphones, play beat or create my beats, and then I start writing my music.
Yeah, I know you are very humble. You can do that.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Maybe Mumbo Tipoga freestyle. Mumbo Tipoga freestyle. Vanhu vanyazoona kuti augojira.
About that, on my next episode.
Okay.
On our next episode.
Okay. Thank you very much. What your social media handles? Maybe they want to know more about you, they want to listen to music and stuff.
Okay. I use the name Treezy. Like,
Treezy.
yeah. On SoundCloud, you can find me by the name Treezy. On AudioMac, you can find me by the name Treezy. And then on Instagram, it's Treezy Bells. Treezy Bells, yeah. I think they can actually find me on those social medias.
Okay, so what's your last words to someone who's watching right now?
Okay, to someone who's actually watching, I would want to say the limit is the sky. You can actually achieve anything that you want in this world, as long as you still breathe, as long as you're still alive. You can achieve anything. So I would like to say, go for it. Whatever it is that you think you can't achieve or you can't grasp, you can actually grasp it.
Maisamba wakati mashoko makukutu. Yeah, this is coming from Treezy, guys. So go and look out for his music and stuff. Everything you want to know about Treezy, just go to his social media handles. Thank you, Ndara, for being here. I really appreciate it.
That's all right.
Out.